Hey YouTube, it's Lee Bernard, the crazy CNC guy, and we are doing Freecad. Woo! Alright, I have a step solid file that I want to modify and make my own goddamn part. So let's go ahead and do that. And the problem I want to do is create a new bore hole in this part. I want to make it 14 millimeter bore. And then, so the way I'm going to do this is go ahead and open up Freecad. I know you got it downloaded. I know you do. And go up to File, Open, and then open up that step file that you want to modify. This is a timing pulley for a CNC machine and an XL size belt. I'm opening that up, checking to see it's there. It is there. I'm going to go up to my unsaved file and save it. And I'm going to save it as the 300 millionth version of trying to get this done. All right. Basically, we have a step geometry, a step file within the Freecad file. We need Freecad elements to perform a Boolean operation on each other. So let's go ahead and in the part design workbench, create two new bodies. I just did that by clicking on this create body button. The first body, I'm going to click on it, right click, rename, oh there's F2, rename shaft. Dum, 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 dum. I'm going to click on this, F2, aha, and name this as base pulley. Yes. Those are both placeholders right now. The shaft, I know what size shaft I want, so I want to activate the shaft placeholder, and I do that by right-clicking and hit activate, and now it's in bold. And then I want to add a sketch. And I want to add this sketch to, hit the home button on the keyboard and that'll bring you back to your home view. And I want that sketch to be on the XY plane. I was having a little trouble with that. I want to draw a cylinder basically, and so I'm grabbing my circle tool, and then this is a constrained drawing program, so you can float over this until you get the crosshairs. That means that it's coincident. Drag it out to 14 millimeters, which we all know is 0.5512, of course. And we have our sketch, and we see it's floating there in space. It's a fully constrained sketch. We hit close. In Freecad, it's not called extrude, it's called pad. So we want to create a pad. We click on the pad button up here with that sketch highlighted, and we want to go in two directions because we're in the middle of the part. And I want to go 0.5 inches in one direction and 0.5 inches in the other direction, and hit enter. I now have my 14 millimeter shaft, and if I click there I can see it. Base pulley, there's nothing there. Nothing there. Our step pulley is there, but we need to create a Freecad body from the step body. So I'll show you how to do that. We want to switch to the part workbench, click on the yellow top level of the step file that came in, open it up and look at what's going on here. We have 3 bodies in this file. So this is, yeah, that's a set screw, that's the other set screw, and then this is the body I want to affect. So I'm going to delete the 2 set screws just by clicking on them and hitting delete on the keyboard. And then I'm going to close this back up. I'm in the part workbench. I'm going to click on the top step pulley file, and then I'm going to go to part, and I'm going to go down to convert to solid. And you'll notice there is now a solid part here in the file tree. I'm going to turn off the little eyeball next to the timing belt pulley, which is the step object. I don't want to reference that anymore. We're done with it. We've created a Freecad solid that now can be used in a Boolean operation. So now this, if I turn that off, you can see that we only see the shaft and we don't see the base pulley, because this base pulley object is a Freecad object placeholder right now. What we need to do is give it a base reference, and we do that by taking this solid and dragging it into the part. Now we have a base feature within that part. So let's deselect everything. Let's hit home on the keyboard. We're back to there. You can kind of see that there's 2 different parts intertwined right here, because there isn't a hard line between these 2 faces right here. That's kind of an indicator that there's interference between parts. And if we turn the shaft off, we definitely see that there is more to that base pulley, and that's the part we want to extrude out. All right, so the Boolean operation works on the active object. So the active object right now is the shaft, and we can tell that by it being highlighted in bold, or it's in bold lettering. Float over base pulley, right click on it, and then select activate body, which is active body. And it bounces you into this tasks. Just click back on model. And then if you deselect everything just by clicking in the middle of nowhere, you can see the base pulley is now the active object. That means the Boolean operation is going to be between 2 Freecad objects, and it's going to do the Boolean operation on the active object. The active object is this in bold, so we select that and then control click on shaft, and we've selected both. Now we select the Boolean operation, and we see that the shaft is going to affect the active object. We don't want to fuse these 2. Now you can see there is a line right here. That means that it has joined the 2. Fuse? No. Cut? Yes. Look at that, folks. We just changed the bore of that thing like right now. Like right now. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, we haven't finished. Okay. Okay. And then guess what? File, save. Because if you don't save your work, you lose it every time. You lose it. I lose it every time. Sorry about that smacking. I lose it every time. Okay. That took me about 30 times through to get that fluid with it. Practice. All right, so what we want is I want to make this collar bigger. I want to make this collar bigger. That little thin piece of junk isn't going to hold a set screw, let alone two of them, and then hold that thing to a shaft. No, sir. So what we got to do is make this a bit bigger. So what I want to do it the same way. Add a body. This, I'm going to call it F2 collar. Collar up. No. Collar. I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to click on Create Sketch. And I'm going to make independent copy, because that's what's recommended. So this sketch is now on that face. So I want the inside of this. We're basically going to just fill in this collar section, making it just a solid bore. So I want to add, I'm going to go back to top, and I want to add two circles. One circle is the 14 millimeters, so that's 0.5512, as you all know, and that goes right to that line. And then we want the outside of the collar, and I'm just going to do 1.125, and that's not quite to the flange. That's fine, I don't care. This, I hit escape. I see I get a fully constrained sketch. I'm excited about that. And then I hit close, right? And because now the collar is the active body, I can pad that sketch out just by hitting that. And let's see what 0.3 looks like. If you click there and then click in the blue, aha, we're a little bit taller than what we were before. So let's go 2.25. Yeah, so that's 1/4 of an inch right there. That's 1/4 of an inch. 0.25, mister. And that looks good. We can go ahead and put some holes in through it later, and those will be tapped. So right now we still have two bodies that are Freecad bodies. We have the collar and the base pulley. We have the collar and we have the base pulley. The base pulley, which has been modified, and the collar. And what we want to do is activate the base pulley, so make this the active body, and then we want to control click the collar and then do our Boolean operation with a fuse and then hit OK. And now we have a single part. There you go. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. If you found this useful and helpful, please like and subscribe. See you later.